Tutu Bobby, Dada Mela Pamo, Fofo Mela Pamo, Ao de Vinye, Bonu Po, Ao de Vinye, Bonu Po, Ao de Vinye, Bonu Po. Hello, and welcome to Purple, our special Mother's Day edition by Blossom. We are here to have a beautiful time of music, conversations, and a lot of chat. And let's toast to our purple, beautiful drink.
It's a purple world.
Yeah, it's a purple world today. So stay tuned. It's going to be amazing. Don't go anywhere. We have so many beautiful stuff for you. Stay tuned. On this special day, which is Mother's Day, every woman out there, every lady, every mother, we want to say you are special. Don't give up. You are doing an amazing job. And this is just for you. I almost let go. I felt like I just couldn't take life anymore. My problems had me bound. Depression weighed me down. But God held me close, so I wouldn't let go. God's mercy kept me, so I wouldn't let go. I almost gave up. I was right at the edge of a breakthrough, but couldn't see it. The devil really had me, but Jesus came and grabbed me, and he held me close, so I wouldn't let go. God's mercy kept me, so I wouldn't let go. So I'm here today because God kept me. I'm alive today only because of His grace. Oh, He kept me. My God kept me. God kept me. Oh, He kept me. He kept me. So I wouldn't let go. So this is what Blossom has to say to every mother. Oh, how mumpua,
Na solimu,
amanyamumpo,
na solimu,
say I hold trampwa.
na sonyamimu,
If I don't know where I'm going,
na solimu,
I know it's not easy,
na solimu,
but it is possible,
na solimu,
Sonny moon,
na sonyamimu,
Sonny moon,
na solimu,
Sonny moon,
na solimu.
So here,
So I'm here today because God kept me.
I'm alive today.
I'm alive today only because of His grace. Oh, He kept me.
My God kept me.
God kept me.
He kept
He
me.
kept me.
So
I wouldn't let go.
I won't let go. Don't let go. As a mom, as a sister, God is going to keep you. And we're moving straight to our next song, which is Sufre Wunyame. And this is a rendition. The original song was done by Amachi Dede, yes. And first, do you remember that song? It's yeah. We love that song. We love that song. So yeah, Sufe Onyame, let's get that one.
So big shout out to Amachi Didi.
Yes. So this song is a special one by Amachi Dede, and it's a rendition. Shout out to Amachi Dede. We love you. Sepie di kejawa maninya woya sewo di maya ma wo birengo na yem bible sufra wonyamyo sa amwa Yeah, so as you know, Purple is not just about the music, but I hope you're enjoying it. Let us know from your comments and everything. You know we're going to have a discussion. We have a wonderful topic we want to talk about, and we're going to break, and when we come back, we'll get back to the music. Stay tuned. Hello, lovely people. We are here once again. You know, Purple is not all about singing and melodies. It's about discussions, conversations, and it's Mother's Day. Of course, we need to talk about mothers and what we go through. We are talking about a very important topic today, which is self-care and well-being of a mother. And we're not going to do this alone as Blossom. We have with us two amazing ladies. Amazing, amazing. I'll let them do the introduction themselves. And stay tuned. If you know someone who should listen to this, please go call them to stay tuned and let's watch this. So our first beautiful woman.
Thank you so much. I'm privileged and honored to be on this platform. I am Reverend Mrs. Catherine Onwe-Adwokit, fondly called Mama Cathy, the founding president of Family Renaissance International, marriage counselor, premarital counselor, family life consultant, a wife, and a mother of 4 adult children.
What a complete package. A whole sandwich. And of course, we have another beautiful, beautiful lady.
Hi, my name is Eno Craigreen. I don't even know how to follow that because that intro was awesome.
See
But
what they have done. See what they have done.
I'm the founder and CEO of Talkative Mom and Mom's Aid in Africa. I'm also a wife and a mother to 3 wonderful kids.
Oh. Anyway, Eno is our mouthpiece. She's everything: mother, baby, kids, family. You should follow Eno on Instagram and everywhere. So back to Blossom, and of course, we are your 3 hosts for today. We are all going to be talking, but don't worry, it's not going to be jammed up. We'll do it accordingly. We are discussing self-care. Mama Kathy, let's shoot. What is self-care and what does it mean to you?
Okay, thank you once again. Self-care, as simply put, my taking care of me, the self that I carry. Doing the things that I need to do very intentionally that will produce results and make me useful to the people I'm supposed to mother.
That's right.
That I have a responsibility, I have a role to play, but I can't play that role effectively if I don't consider me. So it's me, things that I do. Intentionality is very important and very key. Deliberate actions that I take just to be able to function in my capacity as a mother. Yeah, that's basically what
Fantastic.
I think.
You know, self-care.
Self-care means different things to different people, and I think that you have to define what it means to you. Self-care, again, is not selfish. It's just about taking care of yourself, just like Mama Kathy said. And so, yeah, I think that's really what self-care is. Anything that I believe would bring you sanity, but please make sure that it is lawful, it is legal, and it's morally right.
Yeah. Hey, but still, morally right, lawful. It all depends, you know.
They will say, you know, people say that who determines what is right and wrong. God determines what is right and wrong, and that's just what it is. So if it is wrong, and if it's something that goes against God's word, it is wrong. Great. So let's be able to be bold enough to say when something is wrong, it is wrong, and when something is right, it is right. There's no middle. Exactly. So that's what it is.
She mentioned sanity. She mentioned intentionality. First, self-care to you.
Yes, so based on what sweet ladies have just pointed out, it gives the idea that then it gets to a point or it gets to an age where nobody cares for you. That's what is coming to me. You know, when we were children, you remember what Mama used to do? She would cook for us. Even when we are going to church, she prepares our breakfast. When we are at rehearsals, she's waiting for us in the car to drive us home. But now it's up to us ourselves. Even sometimes we forget to drink water. It's like you wake up and you've forgotten that, hey, you needed to do this. So this is a point where you need to remember yourself. In the midst of all that is going on, there is no mommy somewhere, there's no daddy somewhere who will come and remind you, take your drugs, or will come and remind you, you need to do this, you need to do that. So I think the self-care, coming back to all that you are putting together, indeed, remembering that we need to fix our own selves in order to be available to produce what needs to be produced for the children that we are caring for.
Great. Sarah, quickly, self-care, what does it mean to you?
Well, I don't know what else I'm going to say so different from all these ladies have spoken about. But all I just want to add is that if we want to talk about self-care, then just remember the people you are responsible for. And remember that if you are responsible for someone, then it means that you need to take care of you who is responsible for other people. Without you, you cannot do your responsibility, or you cannot achieve whatever purpose there is that you...
From what we've mentioned here, I think it can be in 2 forms. We have the basic self-care. That's what Teresa was pointing out to. They're very basic. You need to remind yourself to eat. You need to remind yourself to drink water. You need to remind yourself to exercise, to do WEMO. Like, I know. Have you doing, Sarah?
I remember to do
That's
that.
the basic self-care.
I know.
As mothers. And then again, this is not for just ladies or women who have kids. If you are a woman, you are watching this, you are a mother. You have a niece, you have a nephew, you have some kids you are taking care of. Anyone you are mentoring or being an example to, you are a mother. Mama Kathy, back to you. Of course, we mentioned the basic self-care and the others. Can you break it down for us? What goes into the self-care you spoke about?
Yeah, so when we're looking at self-care, we're actually saying there's so much that is expected of you as a mother. So what do I do so that I can give of my best? But before I say that, there's something that is important for every mother watching. Respect seasons, because this applies differently to every person. There are mothers that have children under 10 or under 6, even under 5. Oh my goodness. Self-care for a mother that have children under 6, it's very important, because those people don't understand English. No. When you are telling them sit down is when they want to stand up. When they are telling don't jump is when, and if you have active children, self-care is so key. Self-care is so key. Ability to be able to, oh my God. Self-care is ability to know that, whatever you do at the long run counts. And so these children that are chaotic, everywhere is scattered, what do I do? Ability to be able to find somebody that you can say, can you just sit in for me for 1 hour? Let me take a nap. Because, there are some children that even permit me to use the washroom, they are following you to the washroom. You don't even have space. You are changing diapers. You are cooking. You are cleaning. You are answering to certain work demands in the office and all of that. So what's self-care? Self-care is that sometimes I may have to plead with my husband to say, sweetheart, please, 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 I want to get into that room. I want to lock the door. I want to sleep. I know there are clothes to wash. I know there are things to do, because every person, every woman is not at the same level. There are some who can afford nannies coming in. There are some who cannot afford. But self-care cuts across every caliber of woman you may possibly be. So it's ability to find out those things that are important that will not make you go demented. Because if you are not careful, my goodness, hey, there are some people that self-care is not just about the challenge that you're facing with your children. Maybe your marriage is in a season that you don't even you can't figure out what's going on. And then you are thinking, will I lose this marriage or not? It's coming to a place where you take a back seat and say, what is important for Mama Kathy to do in this season? Because if Mama Kathy dies, somebody will replace her. So if it's shutting down and making sure that what Mama Kathy gives to the children will not become poison. Because children will grow up and become adults, and memories are carried into adult life. So self-care are actions that you take that will not allow you walk into your future as a grown woman with regret that when you were supposed to shut down and just allow yourself to rest, you did not do that because you were trying to compete that you could do everything at the same time. There are actions you carry out in the best interest of your children. And sometimes it is just so that the worst side of me will not be what they drink from.
When women meet together and they're go, you see, Obi Shobeka say, hey, more better na more kazakasa you win where you say, is it really true that you can be mentally, you are the maternity advocate, right?
Yeah.
Self-care, how does it affect, especially women who have little babies? How does this happen? And just tell us self-care in this situation.
Yeah, so I mean, even for the mothers who are there saying that, muhatomo and all that, I feel that there's a lot of comparison, okay? And I love the fact that Mama Kathy said that there are seasons. You may be comparing yourself to a mother who may be financially okay and can afford 3 nannies and a driver and all that. You may also be comparing yourself to a mother who has older kids and has the freedom to get up and go wherever they have to go. And we all know that when it comes to motherhood, there's a lot of planning because you can't just up and leave. You have to, make sure that, this child is going to be picked up at this time before you can go do this. You can't, there are so many times that you have to.
Yeah.
So let's stop with the comparison. And let's just move to social media, for instance, right? If you know that there are pages that you follow that it sparks up some envy or there are these feelings that are ignited
You're not enough.
whenever you see certain things on social media.
pressure.
Please unfollow that page.
Hey,
Mute
the
it,
pressure
unfollow
on
it,
social
whatever.
media.
You don't need to see those things. Consume. If you absolutely have to be on social media, please consume content that you resonate with. Or if you need to get off it and detox from social media as well, do it. There are mothers, I think earlier on you had mentioned something about turning off your phone. There are mothers who turn off their phone because they need that time alone for their own sanity and just to be able to hear themselves think. Sometimes, in the middle of a thought, a child is crying and you can't even finish a thought. That's how complicated motherhood can be sometimes. I mean, I go through that all the time. I'm not able to finish my thoughts. Like I can be thinking about what I'm going to do next, and then it's interrupted with a question or a baby crying. So there are seasons, and I love the fact that Mama Kathy said that you almost have to kind of bask in the season and understand that, this is not permanent, it's just a phase. And then, there's another phase and then you embrace it.
That's right.
And then back to self-care as well. There are some mothers, I've even gotten some pictures before from some mothers who lock themselves in bathrooms and, they were there.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them even lay there, like just lay on the floor just to,
Doing what?
just to calm themselves down before they come out. So, sometimes, let's say you've walked into a room and maybe the baby, I've walked into my room before where my baby was eating the shea butter, that put his hand inside and was just eating it. He has smeared it all over his face and was just eating it. And the funny thing, I always say that God intentionally gave me my second boy because if he hadn't given my second boy, I don't think I would have been understanding of a lot of things that mothers share.
Okay.
My first boy, sleeping through the night, different things. So mothers would be complaining. I'm like, what are you not doing right? And then I had my second boy and I was like, so this is what motherhood really is about. And so going through that, I appreciate it now. At the during that period, I did not. But I needed some time alone from all that because I would react.
That's right.
And when you react, it leads to even more things. One last thing I wanted to touch on that Makati said again that I love everything she said anyway.
Right.
That I absolutely love is the fact that recently I have been interacting with a lot of adults, who are sharing their stories from childhood. And a lot of them have a lot of built up anger and resentment with certain words and things that were used on them that their parents probably carelessly just said because they were frustrated. And it lived with them for years. And these people are in their 30s and they're still living with those words. And so definitely we should invest in self. When I say invest, I mean time, whatever. Invest in self-care now because you don't know the seeds that you're sowing now that are going to reap in the future, negatively or positively.
Wow.
Yeah.
I promise we're not going to talk a lot, but this is part of what Purple is all about. We are doing this to raise 1K sanitary pads for SHS students who are in need. We've found some schools and some homes who have teenage girls who need sanitary pads. If you are watching this, we are donating. It could be cash, it could be kind. Sanitary pad companies. If you want to donate, please do so. We want to raise 1K sanitary pads to give to these ladies who need it. We have spoken a lot about self-care. We are going to switch to the music part of this whole thing and, just to enjoy some melodies here and there. And when we come back, we're going to look at the adverse effects of not getting self-care. Though we've touched on a few, we're going to go into details so that you watching us will see the importance and the need for self-care. We'll be back. Yeah, we're switching it up. It's going to be a lovely day today. So, get ready. Yeah. up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hits my eyes, and when something without warning, love, there's heavy on my mind, then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, mommy, and I know it's gonna be, yeah, a lovely day. Woo. A lovely day. Yeah. When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hits my eyes, and when something without warning, love, this heavy on my mind. But you know what? When I look at you, my mama, and the world's alright with me, I'm right, right? Just one look at mama's eyes, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. It's gonna be a lovely day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo. Yeah, uh-huh. Da-di-da-da, boo-doo-boo. I said if you're not feeling okay, just one look at mama's eyes, and the world's alright with me. Mama, I'd look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Yeah, yeah. Woo. It's gonna be a lovely day. Yeah. It's gonna be a lovely day. Oh yeah. It's gonna be a lovely day. Oh mama, to a lovely day with us. Yeah. It's gonna be a lovely day. A lovely day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo. A lovely day. Mama makes the day lovely. Mama, I love you so much. Yeah, yeah. Mama, you make the day. Yeah, mama makes the day lovely, and that's so true. Everyone with a mama knows this is true. You know, when things are tight, you don't understand things, even in our old age.
Mothers make everything beautiful.
Yeah.
Just lie in their bed.
Just lying in their bed, that's true. You know, when we were young, if you're not feeling well and you just go to work with mama.
Even now,
Even now.
jump into mommy's bed.
So that was for mommy. You make the day, the year, the world, life so lovely. And we love you for that. We're moving
Mother's
straight
Day.
to our next song. This time we are going to do a song that is dedicated to all mothers. All mothers out there. From me, it's to our biological mothers. You women are great. Mama Kia, Felicity, Teacher Martin, Mama Dora, Mama Joa. Those are my aunties. And my sisters. You guys are amazing mothers. And myself, I'm an amazing mom. All biological mothers out there is not easy. Whether the natural birth, whether the cesarean section, any kind of birth you've had, the adoption is not easy. You are doing so well. And this song is for you.
And of course, all the women in leadership, the amazing women in leadership, leading and managing tough men and a working environment and putting together corporate ethics and every other thing we are doing in your environments, my women, you are amazing. You are doing so well. We are following you and we love you. We wish you a happy Mother's Day.
Yep.
Enjoy your day.
And to our young mothers out there, we say Happy Mother's Day to you, young ladies coming up. More grease to your elbow. It's not easy, but we'll make it. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day
Happy
to all
Mother's
women.
Day
So
to all
this
women.
is Sweet Mother. This is Blossom's version of Sweet Mother. Enjoy it. Sing with us. And comment in the comment section. Let us know. When I cry, my mama go carry me. She go say, my pikin, wait till you to cry, yeah, yeah. Stop, 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 stop. Baby, don't cry. Sweet mama, I'll never forget you for the suffering you suffered for me. Sweet mama, I'll never forget you for the suffering you suffered for me. When I did cry, my mama go carry me. She go say, my pikin, wait till you to cry, yeah, yeah. Stop, 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 stop. Baby, don't cry. Sweet mama, I'll never forget you for the suffering you suffered for me. Sweet mama, I'll never forget you for the suffering you suffered for me. So, to Bobby, to Bobby, that I better follow. I'll better fina, I'll better fina. Wanna call, wanna call. Sweet mama, I'll never forget you for the suffering you suffered for me. Sweet mama, I'll never forget you for the suffering you suffered for me. For the suffering you suffered for me. Oh, for the suffering you suffered for me. For the suffering you suffered for me. Happy Mother's Day to all our mothers. And don't forget that this special virtual concert is coming to you so we can help support our young ladies with 1K
1K.
sanitary
1K
pads.
sanitary
We are trying to,
pads.
even more than that, we'll be so happy if you can support in kind, in cash. Just follow the prompt on the
Do you
screen.
know that some girls are out of school because they don't have sanitary pads?
Really?
It's sad. It's sad.
It's very sad.
This is
Yeah.
something we can do to help.
Yeah.
Don't worry about getting us a box. You can get
Yeah.
even one.
Just a pack?
Yes, just a pack.
Just a pack is
Yes.
fine. I mean, just let's help support this and make it a reality.
It's a girls' initiative.
It's a girls'
this
initiative.
Mother's Day.
Yes,
So
yes,
please.
yes. Our girls are going to grow up to be our mothers.
They
so
will.
this is just a nice thing to do for them.
Yeah.
So we are back. It was an amazing one, right? You loved the song. Great. So we said we're going to talk about the adverse effects of not having self-care. Of not having self-care. Mama Kathy, initially we're talking about the need for us to be intentional so we don't do something that will harm us in the long run. Please touch on it.
Yeah, so to answer that question, we have to first of all understand the dimensions of our lives that can be affected by not having it. Physically, without self-care, you may leave yourself just to whatever, and at the end of the day, I don't want to use certain words. Okay, you may not love what you see afterwards.
You may not love what
You may not,
see.
as a mother, you may not love what you see afterwards if you just leave yourself to chance. So physically, I think exercise is good. Yeah. Good nutrition is very good. Okay. And socializing with people of like minds is very good. Then there's also the mental break. That if you don't do something about self-care, I'm telling you, bottled up emotions, and you may become stale at the end of the day. So what are we saying? In addressing self-care, think physical, think your body, think your mind, think your emotions. Why do I say this? Because Eno said something. And because this is what I do, I talk to people for the past 21 to 22 years in relationship and marriage. I say 90%, let me be blunt to say that 90% of people are living their childhood that was deprived or was taken advantage of. When you hear people complain, it's effect of upbringing, effect of childhood. And self-care, to a great extent, is the reason why most people live with so much wounds and hurts. You see, when you are exasperated because of the demand of motherhood, you may transfer aggression on the wrong people. When you are not intentional at choosing the lifestyle you want to lead by or live, you know the people that bear the brunt of most of this exhaustion? The children. The children. The children. Most mothers would have been more than they were if they knew better. So when we are talking self-care, forget about comparison. Eno said that. Forget about it. Self-care is anything that will make you sane. To be the best to your children and the people that truly matter. So, because you see, we are looking for men to marry. We're looking for daughters to marry. At the end of the day, self-care produces children that are holistic as far as life is concerned.
That's right.
So you want to be able to better the society, because the society is a generalization, is the culmination of all the families and what we churn into it. And so self-care is coming to a place of saying, God, I don't want to be the reason while I will add dysfunctional people into the society that I'm a part of. So whatever, whether it's journaling, whether it's meditation, whether it's just taking yourself out for, I tell people, if you cannot afford red wine, go cross your legs somewhere as a mother, sip pure water, take a picture. Because a time will come, you'll be able to afford what you wanted.
That's right. That's right.
Self-care is doing just anything that restores, rejuvenates, brings you back to a place where you know my life matters, so that nobody takes your place in your children's important days in the future.
Wow. Wow.
Excellent.
That's
Brilliant.
this have a link with contentment. Being content with what you have and making the best out of it.
You couldn't have said it any better. It will be, I don't know how to put it, but the best is how you've put it. Contentment. You see, these fingers are not the same. Contentment, wherever you are, you see, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That's right.
Another person might have Hummer Jeep, 20 of them packed in this thing, and can afford trip to Paris or New York or any of those places, and that's self-care for them. Your self-care can just be shutting yourself up in the washroom. A time will come when you also travel, because self-care is coming to a place where you know that those children, whether biological or otherwise, are entrusted into your care as a reward.
That's right.
And for those of you who are Christians, I'm a Christian. Psalms 127, I'll read it out. Psalms 127 verse 3 says, the fruit of the womb is his reward. Don't jeopardize your reward because of the season that seems exhausting. Remember, today is not that reward. That child you're dealing with, like you said, you carry one. My children, the first two is 1 year apart. The last two, 1 year apart. And you know when you are raising, my daughter was actually 1 year, 2 weeks, 3 weeks when I gave birth to my second.
Wow. Mama, guys.
Yes, I didn't do it more than most people. It's not that Forget it, man. Forget it, man. So you realize that you have a baby that is 1 year and 3 weeks, and you have another baby. And then you may not have a help. Some people have the luxury of having people help. For me, my mother stayed with me just about 6 days after delivery of my first, and my second came. So I'm backing one, and self-care is coming to a place where, oh my goodness, you don't become overstressed to a place that you become a venom to the people you were blessed with.
You can actually become a venom.
And it is very common amongst women. Because when we see us dressed like this, it's only God that knows where we are coming from and what we are dealing with. So self-care is intentionality to saying, Lord, my children will not remember me as a not difficult and almost impossible mother to live with. And God, help me to grow up and see my children become adult, that they look back and I was truly a positive role model to them. That's self-care.
Mama Kathy, I want to clap for you. I want to clap for you. I know.
Yes.
We've said a lot.
Yeah,
We've said a lot. The negative impacts of those who don't get the self-care they need. And we've mentioned the self-care is not all about the luxury. It's about the important things you have to look at.
Yeah, someone said something very profound to me recently, right? The person said that the report card of a parent at the end of the day is if your kids actually want to hang out with you when they are older. And that really is because you may become tolerable or not. It's very possible that your kids may not be able to stand you. That is if their younger days, you were intolerable to live with. And what will make someone intolerable? That's some of the things that Mama Kathy has already mentioned. You know, not being intentional about self-care. Because you're not caring for yourself, you cannot care for others. And you start to almost ignore some of their feelings and things like that. I think you had actually mentioned earlier on, you had asked me earlier on about our mother's always right. And that was, our earlier conversation. And the thing is, obviously we are human beings, so mothers are not always right. And if you realize that you've lashed out to any of your kids, I'm not saying that go out there and be a perfect mother. Obviously not. There'll be days that even with self-care, you are still so frustrated that you will lash out. But when you do, can you go and apologize to the child? Like, is that something that you feel you are too big to do, or is that something you think you can actually do? And the answer to that would stem from your childhood. Because if you grew up in a home where you never ever saw your parents apologize to you, parenting, that is what parenting is. It's about always being right, whether you are wrong or not. You never apologize, and then the kids keep it moving. Now you've created a cycle where you were not apologized to, and now you have also become toxic to your kids, and now your kids have also grown up, and then it's just a cycle, and it keeps going on and on. Now they don't apologize to their spouses, and then it just keeps spreading. So go and apologize to your child today. If you are watching this and you felt like, there was something I did to my child earlier on that I thought, it wasn't right. Because you think that they are kids and they'll forget, they will not forget. A mother has once shared with me where, she had 3 boys, and you all know what it's like to have 3 boys, and they are tearing the house apart. And she was so frustrated because I think they had broken something in the house that was very valuable. But think about it, that one thing in the house that is valuable to you and the life of your child. So she smacked her son, and his head missed. It was like the corner of a table. It missed it by like an inch. But he still got hurt because his head slammed the floor. But it missed the corner. And when she saw that, she said, it was like an almost like an
Eye-opener.
epiphany. Yes.
Yeah.
She woke up and she said, "Oh my goodness, in my rage, look at what I've done." So she has always acknowledged the fact that she's quick-tempered. But she also said, "Well, my kids are also very stubborn. So then what do I do?" But after seeing that, it was almost like God had given her a second chance, and she said, "You know what? I need to work on this temper of mine." So she said immediately she apologized to her child, and that was the first time she was apologizing.
Oh.
And she said it was freeing. When she apologized, she suddenly felt free. There's something where people think when you apologize, all of a sudden you've made yourself small. No. It's so freeing, you have no idea. Go and apologize today. If
Go
you
and
can actually
apologize.
start all over again. Even as an adult, I always say that the adults who are hurt by their parents' actions, all they need is for them to recognize what they did wrong and to apologize to them and actually show change behavior. That is it. So I don't think that there's any human being that is above apology. I think a lot of us who are hurt, that is all we really need. So I mean, I feel it can still be mended if you think that you veered off the wrong path. But from today, after apologizing, please work on yourself. Some people go for therapy. Some people go for counseling. Some people, there are all these different things that people do, and then they start to do some introspection and some self-work, and they realize that no, I've done certain things this way, and these are the things that I need to work towards, amending it. So,
Tess, I know you have a lot to say. Let's keep it simple. I know.
So McCarthy
Makati and Eno have, I know, but we still want to hear from you. Children listen a lot. They remember everything. They remember everything. My kids remember everything. Teresa, self-care, the need for self-care, and the dangers of lack of self-care. Just give us something little.
So with all that is being discussed, I'm really appreciating it. And it's just coming back to me. I've always told my husband that the motto, if there is a motto, the core pillar of our marriage, to me, or the drive, is the fact that God has blessed us with these priceless gifts called children. And so because of these children, I'm going to be a good wife. Because of these children, I will have to love him. Beyond all the things we see.
I know.
Because of the children, we will have to intentionally live right. For me, I don't know, but the children are priceless. And I know Mama Kaki said it's only a phase, it's seasonal. A time will come, they won't be this young. A time will come, they will need to produce to the society. They will need to impact wherever they find themselves. Now, the three of us, we are siblings, so I know us inside out. It's as if our mother was intentional about raising us. Because the things that she used to do, when I think of it, Mama, why? You were overdoing. Valentine's Day, you will set a table, and when we come, Happy Valentine's!
wow, that's beautiful.
Today, when I think of it, I'm like, Mama.
I know.
She knows that we need to go to church. And if we take breakfast, we may be late. So she will prepare the breakfast quickly at dawn, as we were asleep. And then when we get to church, waiting for an angel. Do you remember? If you don't go to church early, the angels will not.
Oh yes, I remember. That's what
you will miss the angels when she's coming to bless
angels
us.
will bless us.
So we take breakfast at church.
That's right.
And after church, we'll sit in church till
That's
like
right.
2-3 p.m.
That's right.
She won't go home. She will wait for us. It was intentional. She wasn't thinking of herself only. You see, and in caring for us, it's yielded. I think it has yielded something good. So when it comes to children, self-care to me is very important. I always want to bond. I always want to have that sweet aspect. Despite my strictness and my, trying to put everything in order, I always want to be a sweet mom. So I love to take care of myself. When it comes to, as I said initially, when I'm stressed beyond measure, I will just go off everything just to come back to myself. I love to watch movies. I love to watch things that will, even this normal singing, hymns. For me, I don't know, they know, as soon as we start singing, tears will start flowing. A pastor once approached me and said, Madam, is something wrong? No. You have no idea the relief I get when I sing. So all these are the self-care that I think we should find what really calms us down. What we connect with. You see? Because the other side of not having the self-care,
It's dangerous.
we use words that affect these children. If only we were in their minds. When they speak in their classrooms, what they say to each other. There's a child who always comes to school with a shiny forehead. So his friends asked, why do you always, my mommy and daddy always put the anointing oil on my head every morning, pray for me before I leave the house. And he's boastful about that.
Yeah.
It's so nice. So I was just sitting and I heard him speak to his family. See the intentional steps that some parents are taking. So let's be intentional about feeding ourselves with positivity. If we need to walk out of an argument, please let's step aside. If we need to say sorry in the marriage, let's say sorry. If you know anything that will bring peace. And Mama Kathy, I think you should talk about how we can find peace among spouses in order to bring peace to the ladies, especially because.
Are you going to the spouse's side?
I'm just asking Mama.
we are having a nice purple Mother's Day discussion. Where are you going now?
Where is motherhood without spouses
Why is motherhood without spouses?
or partners?
Well,
Because if we can't pretend as if that figure is not walking around in that house.
it is walking around. Mama Kathy, please deal with that figure for us.
Oh, we are here talking self-care for mothers. You people have dragged somebody inside.
The question I would like to ask in that direction will be that, you know, today in today's world with social media and a lot going on, everybody says, I feel the self-care and I say you want self-care. 20 years ago, 35 years ago, like Mama Kathy said in some conversations we're having, there was nothing like self-care.
That's right.
Today, now women, our mothers lived. Today, now women of this age are pushing for other women or all women to recognize the importance of self-care. How would you handle it when you are trying to be intentional about this self-care and intentional about parenting, intentional about your family and the lifestyle and everything, when other people around you think that you are being
too much.
some way?
Yeah. It's a much
What is self-care? Why do you need a me time? Why are you going to lock yourself? Come and then cook for me. What? Come and finish. What is self? What? You know? How do you deal
balance
with it?
it for us?
How
I
do you
think
deal
that's
with
where
it?
she's coming
Because
from. We need to get a balance.
we live
So
among
people who are overthinking, calm down. Relax. Mama Kathy is coming. Stop running. Where are you going? Mama Kathy, bring us back home.
They have boxed me. They didn't tell me this. They didn't tell me this. But you see, you are making a very valid point. Because this wasn't the language a few decades ago. It's a modern thing. Times have changed. But I think that any marriage that encounters that where probably you're married to a spouse that doesn't think it's necessary for you to ask for a me time requires help. Because that we realize then communication is faulty, because it's in the place of communication that a mother should be able to share the concerns and the burdens and the challenges with the husband. And every husband is supposed to listen empathetically and realize that, wow, if my wife is broken, my children are broken, they are going to be broken. So I would say for the men that love their wives, please give attention to making sure your wife has enough self-care. Because if she doesn't, times have changed. That your grandmother's time and your mother's time, it's not the time now. No. See, everything. There's avalanche of information now. There's a lot of comparative analysis now. There is also a lot of burden because women are going out there to also fend, to support the family. And so combining the role of a wife, the role of a mother, the role of a staff at work or a business person, it's a lot of work. And you discover that nurturing children is also the sole responsibility to a great extent of the woman. And so you can nurture a person from a place of brokenness. So you've got to be able to, for the men who are not yet married and men who are married, your wife should not be the one demanding for a time alone for self-care. You should be the one saying, baby, go rest. I'll fix this.
Go rest.
Babe, go and rest because I know that you do so much. And I think that probably we'll have another conversation about marriage because sincerely, there are women, we are talking about self-care, they don't have the privilege. They don't have there's a word I'm looking for. They don't have there's a word, but it's escaping me, of having people in their lives that understand the need for this. And they are not getting the necessary support. But what I'm saying here, self-care is key. It will make a woman live longer, live healthier, think straight, be more productive, be more attractive. Self-care restores a woman. And when you do that, you're sending a message to the daughters that you don't need to lose yourself in the process of being a mother. And then letting the young men also know that you can marry a woman that in season and out of season, she still stays attractive. Because one, daddy gave opportunity for mommy to enjoy a little bit of peace and space. So self-care is so key. Do exercise, eat the right kind of food, meditate, find a social group that helps you, go seek for therapy, get help, change the dynamics, because at the end of the day, this conversation is all about changing the narratives that had somehow been put out there with regards to what motherhood looks like. We want to be mothers that are daughters. We want to be like.
We want to be mothers that are daughters who want to be like. So, self-care. We've said almost everything. It could have been a longer conversation, trust me.
Yeah.
But we're trying to keep it short. Now, why purple? Purple because our mom's favorite color is purple. That's why today's program is called Purple, and it's been amazing. Mama Kathy, Eno, we couldn't have asked for more. It was great. And you out there, share your comments, bring your questions. They will still answer anyway. But let us know, what do you think about this conversation? What are your questions? What is bothering you? Just put it out there. It's all about mothers today. It's all about mothers today. And if you know a mom, or if your wife didn't watch this, just share the link and let them experience it. Let them listen. And as Mama said, we want to be mothers our daughters will grow up to be like. Thank you so much for staying tuned with us. It's been a fantastic conversation. We'll be back again for part 2, though, another time. See you next time. Bye. Hey, once again. Purple, our special Mother's Day live concert, is brought to you by some amazing partners and sponsors. And we'd like to take our time to acknowledge them because they are amazing. As you can see, our beautiful fabrics here. I hope you like them. Very colorful, very dynamic. The designs complement everything. It's by ATL Fabrics. They give the best designs, the best quality, and we feel so good in ATL. You should get your ATL fabric soon. And of course, who made these dresses? Girl, you're looking good.
Thank you.
Who made them?
Polygath.
Polygath.
Yeah. Sarah should take it up.
Polygath. Of course, Polygath is one of the best designers in Ghana. She makes very comfortable clothes.
Yep.
You don't have to think about your tummy, your boobs, your
corset,
all those
It's
things.
a corset-free time with Polygath all the
Polygath
time.
gives you classy and chic.
Yes,
dresses.
easy wear, all
Chic
ladies,
dresses,
mommies,
very
girls
beautiful.
out there. You should hook up with
Yeah.
Polygath. You can get her on social media, Polygath, simple as that. And of course, our beautiful space where we are having this lovely recording from is the Fitzgerald. It's one of the best event spaces in Ghana now. It's a cantonment, and there is a soft touch restaurant in there at the Fitzgerald, and that's where we are. You should visit here.
Amazing
You
food.
will love it. Amazing. Our sound is by McCoy. He does the best sound in Ghana. I said now, of course. And Nana Kwame. Time with Nana Kwame. He is our director, our videographer, our
producer.
everything producer. Charlie,
For
this guy.
purple.
This guy. I wish he could join us here.
The combination of McCoy and Nana,
And Nana
Kwame.
K. Please, please. These guys are amazing. We love you.
It's
We
another
appreciate you guys
taste.
so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a days. My heart is down, my head is spinning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston Town. Down the way when the nights are gay and the night shining on the mountain top. I took a trip on a sailing ship, and when I reached Jamaica, I made her stop. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a days. My heart is down, my head is spinning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston Town. Sounds of laughter everywhere, and the dancing girls move to and fro. I must declare my heart is there, but I'm meant to Mexico. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a days. My heart is down, my head is spinning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston Town. Woo. Da, 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 da. Down the market, you can hear ladies cry out loud, their heads stay bare. Ackee rice, salt, fish and ice, and the rum is good any time of the year. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a days. My heart is down, my head is spinning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston Town. Sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a days. My heart is down, my head is spinning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston Town. Yeah, that was Jamaica Phil. This is an old song. Do you remember?
I remember we used to march with this song, and
Yeah.
you know the words were not so, clear
clear.
then.
That's true. That's true. And that brings us to our final song. And it's been an amazing time. I hope you love the conversations. We've learned so much from what we discussed.
Mama Kathy has
Mama
been
Kathy has been a blessing. And no, Quigrin,
Eno,
you are
yeah.
amazing. And my sisters as well. You guys have been great.
Yeah.
And you, our lovely viewers, you've been awesome. Thank you so much for helping us with the cause we are trying to do, supporting the girls with the sanitary pads. You could be watching from abroad, not necessarily Ghana, but you can still
anywhere
find a
in
way
the
to help.
world, please.
Anywhere in the world. Please
send
let's do this.
to the Momo numbers. You
Yeah,
know.
the details on the
Yes.
screen. Just make sure you try and support. This is why we are here. And our last song is a beautiful reggae tune by our own Bob Marley, and it says, "Everything is gonna be all right." Mothers, it's not easy. Today is your day.
Self-care.
Self-care. we've learned a lot.
A lot.
Self-care.
Everything is going to be all right.
Yes,
Just
so
have time for yourself.
Just have time for yourself. Be deliberate about it and
Intentional.
intentional. Everything is going to be all right. You know, when we were singing the Sweet Mother song and we were making dedications to mothers, we forgot about a kind of people, a category of people out there those who have lost their moms. Yes, those who have lost their moms. It's not a pleasant thing to lose your mom. I'm sure it's a very heavy thing. And the next song is dedicated to all those who have lost their moms. She's in a better place. So cheer up, okay?
Amen.
She's in a better place. Cheer up. And life goes on. And make it a beautiful life to make mama happy wherever she is. So we're going to do the next song. It's an old song. It's a Jamaican farewell song. And I hope you're going to like it. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. I said don't worry about a thing, no, 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 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. I woke up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds perched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Yeah, I said, don't worry about a thing, no, 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 no. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Yeah, don't worry about a thing, no, 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 no. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Woke up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds perched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Yeah, yeah. Baby, don't worry about a thing, no, 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 no. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. I said, don't worry about a thing, mommy, no, 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 no. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Baby, don't worry about a thing, no, 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 no. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. I said, don't worry about a thing, no, 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 no. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Thank you and have a beautiful Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.